It is already against the law for non-citizens to vote in elections in the United States, particularly for federal elections. But today, legislation passed in the U.S. House of Representatives that aims to curb non-citizens from voting in federal elections passed. It's called the SAVE Act, and it sounds pretty reasonable on its face, but there are those who say married women could create an unnecessary hurdle for married women, making it harder for American citizens to vote, American citizens who changed their name. Take a listen.
I know for a fact that I did not serve this country for women to not be able to have the right to vote.
Let's not forget that a lot of women that are married do not have a name that matches their birth certificate anymore.
If you're a woman in this country and you have a married name, you need to order your passport. You need to order it today. You need to order it right now.
CNN senior reporter Marshall Cohen's here now. So Marshall, there's clear anger out there. What does the act actually do, and what is the issue for, let's say, a married woman who doesn't have a passport proving that she's a citizen?
Right. So this bill would require proof of citizenship. You got to prove your citizenship when registering to vote in federal elections. You can do that with a passport. You can also show a birth certificate. In some states, a driver's license would work too. But of course, the rub is that the names have to match. And as you just heard, for millions of married American women, the name on their birth certificate might not match what's on their current driver's license. And then on top of that, 50% of Americans don't have a passport. These are the reasons why Democrats have said that this bill, in their view, is voter suppression. And to that point, in some ways, this is a solution in search of a problem when you look at the data. The most comprehensive studies out there have looked at 23 million ballots, a study with 23 million ballots, and 0.0001% were from undocumented immigrants or non-citizens.
So how are Republicans defending this?
Well, the guy who wrote the bill, Chip Roy, Republican from Texas, has said all of this hubbub about possibly disenfranchising women, he says it's, quote, absurd armchair speculation. I should point out that many Republican women voted for this bill today on the House floor. They pointed out that there are provisions in the legislation that tell the states that they need to come up with a plan for people to rectify discrepancies in the documents. And also, Jake, Republicans have defended this bill by saying that it's popular. I looked at some of the recent polls, Gallup and AP. When they ask people broadly, do you think that Americans should prove their citizenship before voting? It's about 70 to 80% that say yes. But of course, you know, we'll see. It's not law yet. Next stop is the Senate, where Democrats could filibuster it.